So tell me about the activist component of what you do.
So yeah, fighting for this disability rights. Like I said, I think I said it on stage a few times in Edinburgh. Disability has no color, but it's like chicken. Chicken is chicken. Everyone knows about Colonel's Kentucky Fried Chicken, but jerk chicken from the Caribbean, people are like it's totally different. But it's chicken. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm basically
Mhm.
saying is disability, no matter if you're black or white. Why is it mostly white people are heard more than the black person who's got a disability? And also, why is the person who's got a hidden disability like mine, who's not really heard as much or taken too seriously as a
Mm,
person with a physical disability or being deaf, you
mm.
know? Um, so it's like I'm fighting for the ones who are not being heard or the ones who are not being taken seriously. So hidden disabilities. That's why I sometimes wear the dandelion thing that says what I've got going on, so that way no one can judge if they think I'm impulsive or anything else. If I'm strange because of my condition, what I have or I've had since I was a baby. Um, it's taken a long time for many people, especially some people in my family who I hardly ever see, like like godmothers, godfathers, or aunties and uncles and stuff, your cousins, to actually understand what you're going through. Not fully because they're not living your shoes, but they're understanding as time goes on, and especially since I got signed. Yeah, they go, oh
Aw,
yes,
congrats.
you're my favorite cousin. You are. I want to make sure you're okay. Yes, make sure you get me some free tickets for the next show. Yes, let me meet so and so. Yes, from that TV show. Let me meet Eddie Caddy. I'm like, listen, I've had his number for time. Like, you guys didn't take me seriously. Why should I give you his
Mhm.
number now? No, move, shove off. I love yous, but no. Like, they try it. They try it every season.
What's your take on fireworks?
Oh,
Can you
now
handle those or
I can, but I have to wear either what like you're wearing, but earmuffs, or
okay.
the ones where you go to sleep, or like if you're on the aeroplane and a baby's crying, just go, you know, and then,
So in the
you know.
United States, I actually it's funny. I last night I went to see a concert. As the recording of this, last night I went to see a concert of somebody who has also been a guest on this show, a British singer songwriter called Beans on Toast. I don't know if you've heard of Beans on Toast,
I've heard
but
them. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
he's great. I love his stuff, but he was
yeah.
doing some banter in between songs, and he kind of said it seems like every night is fireworks night in the United States, which is like a brilliant observation and also
True.
very true. So it's like, yeah, every night is fireworks night, and I just think it triggers PTSD in a lot of different types of people. It scares pets,
Yeah.
and it is in actually very it causes pollution, and I don't understand why we don't those light drone shows that they have is just as cool looking, and it doesn't cause any of that stuff. It's a renewable thing, they can reuse
Um.
stuff. It's like it doesn't cause any crazy noise, it looks just as
True.
cool, doesn't cause pollution,
True.
doesn't cause any litter after, you just land the things and then it's done. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why don't we just do that? Like, do you really need the explosion? Do you need the
I
freaking
think yeah.
explosion?
Some people want it. They want that
Ugh.
experience because they feel like they're playing either COD or something like that. Some Call of Duty. No, it's not drug people. So yeah, Call of Duty. And some people, I don't want to label them, but my youngest brother has ADHD as well as autism, and he loves the bang bang ba, 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 ba. He loves that. He's like, yeah, more. Where's the next one? Like he likes that. I mean, yeah, I mean, what you could probably do is with the laser things you're talking about, you probably add some sound effects or something, to a speaker. But you
Yeah,
know,
have a sound effect instead.
it costs more money, and some people they love their. No, I'm not saying they're solvent abusers, but they love the smell of smoky smokes. They love that
Ugh.
smell. Like, ooh, yum, yes, another one again. They're
I
crazy people,
know,
man. That's
I
what I'm saying
know.
about the whole cannon thing, the cannonball. We have it here in London too, the Grenadier Guards, but at least they'll tell you from a distance in Hyde Park. Rather in Edinburgh, they have it in a tattoo, and then you'll be like, "Hold on, what time they say it's coming up? What now? I'm not." You know what I'm saying? Bang! I'm like, "What the?" You see what I'm saying? So I'm in London. They'll tell you, but like Big Ben will tell you what time it is. Because in Scotland, if you remember, when you walk down Royal Mile and stuff, there's
Yeah.
like 20 churches and
Yeah.
55 church bells, and you're looking for Quasimodo, and looking for like all these other bell people. You're thinking, what's going? Why are you ding donging, ding 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 all around the place? I got a headache. It's gone past.
Yeah,
It's
the
gone past
bells.
12.
Yeah.
Like
And
these,
the
because remember,
bagpipers. All the
yeah.
bagpipers.
Oh my god. So imagine you got the big bells, yeah, and the bagpipes. Nah, 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 nah. This is too much now. And then you got the drums.
I do enjoy
Nah.
the bagpipes, though, I must admit. I don't know. I just enjoy it. I
It's
don't know. I think it's beautiful and sweet.
yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Where's Stevie Wonder? Can you play like a, like I just, yeah, because I can't. If you're there for too long, because like you say, you've been there for 2 weeks, same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for 15 days, walking up and down, hearing that, boom, 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 things like yeah. Hey, mate, look, you put your pipes down, man. Put your pipes down. Allow it. That just is. I
I
heard
think
you
it was
yesterday.
yeah, I think for me, by week 3 is when I would get tired of it. I wasn't there long enough. Because I like bagpipes, so yeah, I wasn't there long enough to get tired of it.
Listen,
But
I
I
was gonna
think
say
by week
something.
3.
I was gonna say something naughty, yeah, but I said I said to the three comedians, I said, you have bagpipes in your pants, okay? Whistle them, make less
Well,
noise.
that's true. That's true. So where can people go to learn more about you?
So again, Google me, type in Variety D comedian, not D-double-E. I'm not a rapper. Um, think of breast size D. Think of that, or think of D for Delta Airlines. Think of think of Detroit. Okay, just for the
Detroit,
for the
Motor
Americans.
City.
Think of downtown. Okay, LA. But yeah, Variety D, Google me, and then you'll find me YouTube and stuff. Um like there's so much you can find me on. I would give out my number, but I can't do that because my agent said hell to the no.
Yeah,
Um
you shouldn't do
so
that.
and yeah, like that's how you can find me out. I'm planning to go to the States in 2024 as well, but I don't exactly when, because of all the madness that's carrying on right now, especially with the airlines and travel costs are
Yeah.
going way up, and then yeah. So I'm looking for the bargain, you know.
Yeah. Where all do you wanna go? Do you wanna hit both coasts or
I want to go to Florida to see my uncles, well, my great uncle, who's a major of Salvation Army. And say, is everything all right? Is Ron DeSantis being bad again? What's he doing? Like,
The answer is yes, he is, but hopefully your relatives are all right. Florida's a little crazy right now.
no, but that's the thing though. Some of
Yeah.
my family are Republican supporters, but
Okay.
some they're quite liberal. They're not in your face radical. You know what I'm saying? They're old
Sure.
school Republican. And we're more like, yes, how you doing? Kind of thing. Let's go church. I'm like, I don't want to go to church. Like we, I'm like, God's all around you. What do you mean? Whilst there's another side of my family who
Well,
are,
is Ron DeSantis kinda too out there for them or
yes, he
okay.
he causes trouble. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
why you big boots looking feathery piece of something? He needs some
Yeah.
chicken in his life, like some good cooked
No,
chicken.
no, because I mean, even people who are politically conservative, even in the United States, which is, definitely a more conservative country than like the UK and stuff, but
Yeah,
even in the US, there are conservative people who are just like, but this guy's nuts. Like he
yeah,
is way
definitely.
too far.
And that's like with
Yeah.
my family, my great uncle and stuff. They're more like, no, this guy's crazy. No, why is he doing this? And
Yeah,
then my
he's
New York family in Flatbush, they're more democratic. They're more like, yes, power to the people. Let's party hard, kumbaya. I'm like, that's not kumbaya in, man. Like, can you not just come on? Like, it's getting cold. Like, so I mean, literally, um, so I'm stuck in the middle. I'm not too political. That's why I call it
oh.
politics.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see?
No, I'm a big leftist, so in the United States, I'm not really, I'm not really on the
That's no
ballot.
surprise. You live in the West Coast.
They say that, but really, I mean, the US is a pretty conservative country, so, if you're
What do you think of the UK? Do you think the UK is conservative?
I think it's definitely going more in that direction, it seems like. I mean, you had
Um,
Boris Johnson and now you have I'm not as familiar with the new person.
Yeah,
But
Rishi
what
Sunak.
what you guys do have that we just don't have is you have, and this isn't just the UK, it's like, like Italy, where I have a lot of family. Like, you have a more parliamentary system, so you
Yeah,
have, like, different, so even if, like, the leftist parties that I'm politically aligned with, even if they don't have a lot of power, which they typically don't, they at
yeah,
least have a couple seats. So you have
yeah,
to kind of hear them out and get their votes. So it's like your right wing is not as far right wing as ours, and your left wing is a little more, it's actually, reasonably left wing. I mean, I know it's like,
yeah.
the main parties are kind of conservative and centrist, but it's a little, it's a little more reasonable compared to ours. I think. I mean,
Yeah, you're right. But if you were saying this, let me see, so I was born in 1991. If you were saying this in probably the early 90s or the 80s, you'll be like, no, they're far right. I mean, we have to think called
really.
BNP and National Front. Like they don't like
Yeah.
none of us. They don't even like a suntan. They're like, that why is the sunshine here? This is Britannia, cold, miserable, porridge. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're triple chins. Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's the
you
other
see?
thing that's kind of interesting, because in the United States, we literally just have a two-party system.
Yeah.
So, like, there's really only two parties with any power whatsoever. Whereas in the UK, I know basically Tories and Labour are like the main two,
So you just
but
know the Bloods and the Crips. That's all you know. The Bloods and the Crips. That's all you know is red and blue. Wow. That is,
well, no, it's not that that's all I know. I just know, like, those are the two main ones, and then it's like you have the Greens and you have whatever else.
yeah, we have
We have
Latino
Greens,
kings.
yeah.
We have all of them. Like, come on now, I got to count the Italians. Like, no, I'm joking. Like,
No, no, no. But you guys also have, and I'm not super familiar with this stuff, but then it's like, because you guys have multi parties, you'll also
yeah,
see these parties that are super fringe on the right, where they're just
yeah.
basically up front going, "Hey, we're nationalists," and
Yes,
it's like,
National Front.
whoa,
Like, get them
that's
out.
like
It's like
that's
what?
kind of crazy. Although in the United States we have all that too, they just don't say it out loud.
Oh no, no, yes they
Like,
do. They say outside of the White House. We listen. We have CNN as well, you
that's
know,
fair.
on our
Yeah, no,
cable
no, I
boxes.
gotcha.
I'm like
Yeah.
this going. She said, "What now?" Marjorie Taylor Greene said, "What? You know what? Somebody's gonna kick her in the face." Like literally, we'll be like, "Let her say that down here. Come Brixton, innit? Say that down here. All that madness. Your hair will be sold for $9.99 in the shops. You will have no hair." Freaking Taylor Green, yes. MTG, bye bye. Okay, you be yes. Be
Yeah, I mean, it's quite something how some of them manage to get elected, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's
same with us.
oh
Because
yeah,
sometimes it's the bloodline. So that's what when you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned Boris Johnson. 'Cause if you think of his bloodline, they're from, as we call the blue blood. They're from
mm,
that kind of life. So they're born with a silver spoon. While some other MPs are not.
yeah. Well, I know. I mean, there was that famous clip of Boris Johnson where they basically asked him how he was relatable to people, and he just had no idea how to answer the
Nope.
question. like
Hell
like
to
he told some
no.
random anecdote from his childhood that made no sense.
Because
And
remember,
he's
he was mayor of London. So he was. So me being born in the capital, I already know about his family. Like, no, I'm not even being rude. His family looked like um like Dr. Einstein type of thing, also, oh sorry, Frankenstein, where
yeah.
they all duplicated somebody's cousin, that was the cousin, and this and that. They all look inbred type of family, like,
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a weird looking guy.
and his
Yeah,
brother,
I'm not trying to be crass, but it's like, yeah, he's a weird looking dude. And
yeah,
like a lot of those families and stuff, like there was a lot of inbreeding going on
thank
because
you.
they
Yes,
wanted to keep it pure, right?
keep it
So,
pure,
quote
yeah,
unquote
exactly, that's what me and my
pure.
family talking
I'm
about
doing air
a long
quotes.
time ago. Yeah, it's
But
true. That's what I'm saying. It's mad because that's why even in the industry we don't have much industry families here. If you think of industry family, think of the Attenboroughs. Who else you can think of in the UK? Because United States, you guys beat us to it. No matter black or white. Because you guys got the Wayans, the Winans, you got the Jacksons, you got like so many different ones. Even the Trumps, unfortunately, like you got to count them. But it's like you got all You got all these other families.
Oh, we have a lot of. I mean, we have the Clintons. I mean, yeah, we have a lot. The Bushes. We have a lot of
Yeah, the
dynasty families
dynasties. I
in
mean, if you think of the
politics.
Oscars every year, you've got the Fondas, you've got the what's that one's name? Oh, him and his brother, were both fantastic actors, but they all have children and nieces and nephews. Oh, I can see their faces. He's a
You're
big
not
beard,
thinking
long hair, and the
Steve
brother
Coogan.
is like kind of stocky and yeah, you got so many. Like every time the
Yeah.
Oscars come on, they're always there. It's like
Yeah.
they have their own table, their own like Knights of the Realms. You know who's coming.
Oh
But
yeah. No,
we don't
it's
have that here in this country. Like, because I'm also planning before I go to do a Pacific documentary called All in the Genes, spelled Genes. So I'm one of them. People call it there's a name for it when you're a relative of a celebrity. Start with letter N.
nepotism.
Thank you. I'm not a nepotist. I'm just me. I didn't choose to
Mm-hmm.
be, having DNA of this person, that person.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, my uncle, called Paul Murphy, he was in Bugs and Malone, 1976. With Scott Baio and Jodie Foster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though every couple of years they celebrate, the anniversary of it, God rest the director's soul because he passed away a few years ago. And I'm so lucky to be invited to the British Academy HQ, which you guys know as the BAFTA.
Okay.
Um, so like things like that, and I noticed looking around the room or the auditorium, there's not much black families in Britain being represented or spotlighted. It's like, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
I'm related to you, they're related to them. What the huh? And no one's documented this. All right, fine, my turn. So what I always do, I tend to see a gap and I want to fill it up. So even as a disabled person, being a pioneer, being the first black British disabled comic who's a female, I want to also dissect other things in the industry.
Yeah.
So that way it's been done. So if I don't do it, who else is going to do it? That's what I always ask people.
That's awesome. Well, I very much look forward to that documentary, and I look forward to crossing paths with you again in person on
Yeah, come
my.
to London, come to the
I will
south.
be there. I will be there, and you come back to LA. Let me know next time you're back
You
in
you
LA.
got my number. WhatsApp
Yeah,
me. Come down to the south. Bring your wife. Come down to the south. Okay. We have
deal.
good food
I believe it. Well,
and great
Variety.
comics.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for doing this, Variety D.
Thank you for having me.